Hi everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to my vlog. It's a lovely day here today. Well, it's been lovely and it's been raining. I'm just trying to get out the sun. I can't find anywhere to sit out the sun and I'm just having my breakfast. Yeah, I've got my glasses on. It's going to be a busy day today. That better. I've got to mend some toys of Stripes. He's been chewing them and he's pulling the stuffing out. So I want to try and make them last a bit longer because they're expensive. But he keeps on doing the stitching. Can you see that? So I'm going to stitch them up. I've got to finish repairing my husband's trousers. I found a headscarf which I haven't worn yet and it's a nice thick one. So that's going to keep my head nice and warm because it's getting cold here now. I can't find my tripod, sorry for moving it about. It's getting cold here now and yeah, I'm thinking of putting the fire on. I haven't put the fire on yet, but I've got a few jobs to do. I've got this to do. I've got to make 2 of these. This is off some new shelves that I bought for my room upstairs. I'm setting up a sewing room and yeah, this is off that. It looks like it's got some little chewed bits of stripe. Looks like he's had it and been gnawing it like a little beaver. So yeah, I've got to make 2 of them, find some wood suitable for that. And I've been drinking kombucha and I'm getting these little cans left over. So, you know me and my thrifty, nifty things I like to do. I'm thinking of taking the top off and it's such a pretty can and some of them are really pretty. It seems a shame to bin them. And they're expensive as well. It's £1.75 for one of these. So instead of having cakes and biscuits, I've been treating myself to one of these now and again. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking the top off and getting some little pansies and violas because B&M had them for B&M had them for £3.50 for 20 plants, I think. So I'm thinking of getting some of them, popping them in these little cans, and instead of bunting, I'm thinking of making a bit of bunting out of these little cans and hanging them up outside with pansies on. I've got a window right outside the door that's on the garage, and I think they might be nice hung up on there, a bit like bunting, with a few of these on. So maybe I could put bunting on as well because I want to make some bunting for in here, for above the fireplace and the other wall. I'm going to wallpaper the other wall as well. I've got plans for that opposite where I'm sat. And I think these would look really nice outside with some more bunting. So they're the plans for them. I've been sorting through all my fabric and going through my sewing room. So I'm including that. Sorry, I'm disappearing, aren't I? No, I'm definitely in the sun. How's that? Is that any better? Yeah, so I've been sorting out my sewing room. I've been trying to put it in the vlogs and yeah, I think that's about it really. I've got loads of things to do, but I just don't know where to start because I've got loads of house stuff, rainy day stuff, and I've got loads of outside stuff because I want to start getting the garden ready for winter. And I've got the hedge to do. I've got a wall to build. I've got the chicken run to extend. I've moved the tool shed so I can sort the shed roof out. So yeah, I've got a lot to do. So yeah, they'll probably be coming up in the vlogs that are to come. But today I think I'm going to go and do some work in the garden while the dog's in bed. I've got an hour yet before he gets up and I can see jobs that need doing. And then if it rains, I'll just dart in the garage and go and do some garage jobs because I've sorted out the freezer. That's all ready now for the winter. It was a right mess. It was a right mess. There was stuff in there from years ago, about 2 years old. So I put it in the bin. I know it's not very frugal, but we do get power cuts here and I don't know whether it's defrosted. So I don't want to leave it in the freezer because it's meat. So it really needed to go in the bin. So it's gone in the bin. I've been sorting out my sitting room. So I've moved all that around now, ready for the winter, ready for the Christmas tree. Because I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, I'm getting myself organised, thinking ahead. I had a to-do with my mobile phone. I lost it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Not working properly. I never had the sound switched on, so my husband can't phone it to find out where it is. And I'd ended up leaving it on the ladders at the very bottom of the garden by the shed where the chickens are. I left it on the ladders all night in the rain. So the camera messed it up, but it seems to be all right now. It seems to be working. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on around here. So I'm going to decide what I'm going to do next, and then I'll take you outside or in the garage or somewhere else in the house, and we'll see what we're doing next. So see you in a bit. Now whether you can see up there, but the swallows have fledged. That's a little baby. Been listening to the mum feeding them. And look, there's one left. Isn't that sweet? They're very late. They should have long since been out the nest by now. But this group of swallows, we think that these are the ones that had their babies taken from the nest. And these are the new ones. New swallow babies to come back next year. Very sweet. Looking for mum. It's like, put that light out, will you, woman? Must have come out this morning because they weren't there when I got up. And I've been up. There you go, look. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Well, 10 to 6 I think it was this morning. I get confused. See if we can zoom out a bit more. There you go, there he is. Oh, won't blast him out too much. There you go. Lovely little swallow. The nest was up there. Can you see it up there? And there's another one in there. And there's another one in that corner there. But this one came from up there. Oh, here's Mum and Dad. Oh. Like, come back, Mum. Oh, there's two there. There's two. Yay, two babies. Mum, come back. Right, we'll go and we'll leave them to it. I think it's lovely when they leave the nest. I think there was about 4 because there's a couple flitting around out here as well that aren't the mums. So yeah, very happy. Quite a few house martins around as well. I'll be getting ready to go now because they go in the middle to the end of September. So, and that means the cold weather's coming and the summer's gone. Never mind. Never mind. We'll have to get cosy in front of the fire instead, won't we? So, right, we can get on with some jobs. Husband brought these 2 pallets back for me from a job, and I'm going to go and get Gordon's mallet, and I'm going to try and knock them apart, especially this one here. I think this will come apart quite easily. And what it's for is for the picket fence up the garden. I'm going to build it from pallet wood because they're all going to be similar size then, and at least they're all going to be straight on the top. I don't want round ones. I just want nice uniform-ish fence. I'm going to use this blue one, but I think I might have to cut it off. Use a metal blade on the reciprocating saw to get the nails, just drill through the nails, cut through the nails. I don't think I'll get that off because they're notoriously difficult to get the panels off. But this one here at the front, I think this one should come away quite easily. So I'm just going to go and get the mallet. It's chucking it down. And that's going to be one of the rainy day jobs to get done. Because it needs to be done. I've got some more up the garden. And yeah, it needs to be done. Right. Just come to give the girls a drink of water and some breakfast. pick the eggs up later. I've just put them there out the way so they don't eat them. But yeah, happy girls. They've got a drink of water now. I need to go and get them some more because there wasn't enough in the bottle. But happy girls. Happy girls. It's quite warm in here. Not very warm day out there. It's very wet. So I don't think their new run's going to be getting done today. Oh well. So I've been in here and I've been sorting out. Looking a bit tidier. It's not looking like it's leaking at the moment, and we've had a lot of rain overnight. So that's handy. That's good. All looks nice and dry. But yeah, I've done my shelves. I've rebuilt my some shelves in here. And these squares, incidentally, don't know whether you remember I had loads of square boxes in my polytunnel. Well, I kept some and I got rid of the rest. I binned the rest. But I kept hold of quite a few. And I've made some modular shelves out of them. And you know, it's really handy. It looks really good. So I've got two on the bottom. And then I've got my big boxes there with my dye stuff down there and my candle making stuff. That's my rice my rice maker for dyeing yarn. I've got my extra little cookers there that were Gordon's that he used to use in the kitchen to cook on. These are acid dyes, and then I've got yarns. I've got weaving stuff and candle making stuff. And then I've got all my shells and some other dyes. And then I've got natural dyes and acid dyes. Natural dyes in tubs, fermenting, ready for dyeing. And some more natural dyes. And then my pans on the top and my blender. So yeah, it's all come together rather nicely, really. I'm very pleased with it. And I'm glad it's not leaking. It doesn't seem to be leaking now. We had a torrential downpour about half an hour ago. And it's usually here that it's wet. I can't see any water there, so that is a great sign. I'm still going to cover the roof. But yeah, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I've still got to empty the drawers to take up to my cupboard upstairs. They're my stoves that I used normally with a gas bottle, but I'm thinking of getting rid of them and using my rocket stove that's out there. But it would be handy to have another way of cooking the dyes when it's not raining. I would like to build a lean-to porch here. I just feel like the garden's just going to have loads of structures in it, but it'd be really handy for doing my dyeing down here, especially in the summer. But yeah, taking that white cabinet out of Gordon's has made loads of space. So I feel like I'm getting organised in here now as well. So I need to bring another chair in to put there. And I need to bring all the plastic tubs round as well and sort them out. But yeah, I'm thinking of putting my weaving loom in here, my floor loom. And I can put the fire on that's behind me and then learn to use my weaving loom. But then there's the question of where would that go? So we shall see. We shall see. I wanted to make it so both my husband and I can sit in here. But we'll have to see. I haven't organised my head yet. It's only going to be temporary until I get the barn done, which I am going to do, but I need to decide how I'm going to do it and what's needed, really. So I can go looking on the free ads to pick the stuff up to do it. So, yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd show you my shelves. The weather's not very good out there today, so I'm pottering about doing inside-y type jobs. The noise you can hear in the background is they're still doing that larch forest, and I think they're clearing it all now. I think they've taken all the trees down and I think they're just clearing it. But yeah, Stripe needs to get up in a minute, so I'm just going to get my drill and my mallet, and then I'm going to go back in the garage and split those pallets up. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed today. A bit overwhelmed with everything. I don't know why. But yeah, there just seems to be a lot of stuff everywhere. And I'm thinking I could get rid of it. But then I think, well, I only need to buy it again when I'm doing my crafts again. And then I think, well, maybe I'm not going to do my crafts again. But then I think, well, the desire's there to want to It's just having the time. So I'm in a bit of a quandary. I keep looking at all that fleece in the garage and thinking, do you know, I'm just going to bin it. I'm just going to compost it. But then I think, well, I paid £5 a fleece for those fleece, and some of them have paid more. I feel a bit flushed today. So I don't know. I'm holding on to it till I make my mind up. But yeah, every time I look around, I just see stuff, and I think, it's just too much, too many ideas. Too many things that I start and don't finish. Story of my life, that really. But yeah. Right, I'm going to go and get my mallet. I just thought I'd share that with you. Anyway, I'm just going to go and get my mallet, get my drill, and see if I can get them pallets apart. And then I can get them painted, because I'm painting them. I'm doing a white picket fence to see how that turns out. It may go green with all the weather, you never know. But yeah, I'm just a bit frustrated, I think, that it's raining and I had loads of outside jobs to do and I can't do any of them. So yeah, it'll have to be an inside day. I might put the cooker on, the stove on, the wood stove, and maybe do some apple sauce. I just don't feel in the mood for anything. Anyway, I'm going. I'll see you in a bit. Come back out in the garage and I'm going to try hacking my pallets a bit. Do you know, there's 4 swallow babies. 4. Right. So I managed to do one. I damaged a couple of pieces, but I'm sure I can make it work. By having different heights, maybe. I could make them into different heights. We'll see. We'll see. But I've still got this blue one to do. I'm not confident about doing that. I might try using that for something else in the garden. Because it's got loads of nails in it. I mean, that one piece there, look how many nails are in there. So, I think it's a day for putting the fire on. Have you heard that rain? Right, time to go and get Stripe up. forest is nearly gone. I assume they've got those last few trees to take up the hill there. And it looks like they're nearly finished. That's what we call a bulk here, up that hill there. And it's a lovely walk. And I came down that hill, straight down vertically. Right from the top, all the way down to the bottom. I didn't do any zigzags or anything because they weren't there. And I just came straight down top to bottom. Quite a steep hill looking at it now. But yeah, it's looking very different than it was a few weeks ago, a few months ago. You're doing a good job. I wonder whether they'll make a path that we can walk up and go up there in the winter. Lovely evening. And me and Stripe, who's just here. Here he is. We're just off for a walk. Aren't we, Stripe? We're just going for walkies. Yes? Right, walkies. These are all the logs that they've taken off that hill there. They've already taken loads away. And yeah, all these will get picked up soon. It looks like they're nearly finished looking up the hill. And I can't believe I came straight down that hill in one go. Anyway, if I can find the footage, it's on my old laptop though, that's the only thing. I'd have shown you the footage, but yeah, they're stacked all nice and neat. And they'll just wait now for the logging lorries to come and pick them all up. I don't know what the different numbers stand for, whether that's the person that's chopped them. But yeah, it's quite a lot. And they go all the way down there. And they finish just there. Don't they, Stripe? Right. So we've come down to the waterfalls. I love this place. We've had loads of rain today, so it's really, really noisy. So I'm right up against my phone so you can hear me. Look, isn't it lovely? This is a new discovery in the last couple of months, really. Since I started doing my diet in July. But I've not seen it like this. I mean, look at all that water coming up from over there. Go look at all that water coming off the waterfall there. Comes down from the waterfall up the road. Fabulous. It's just starting to go dark. And autumn is in full swing. There you go, look at all the water. And then it goes off down there, which is where we've just come from. Just a minute. Right, time to carry on with our walk. Much as I'd like to stay, Stripe needs his walk. Okay, so I think that's it for me for today. It's cold. They're forecasting 2 degrees tonight. We're colder than the town here. So it'll probably go to about freezing tonight. But then warming up again tomorrow. So I'm all wrapped up. I've got 2 jumpers and my woolly hat, and I've got a scarf in my bag as well. Just a sec. That's better. Straighten it up a bit. But yeah, there's no blackberries. I've been looking when I've been out with the dog and when I've been out driving. And it's pitiful this year, absolutely pitiful. So I don't think there's going to be much blackcurrant and blackberry and apple jam. I do have some black currants and white currants and red currants and some cherries and some damsons. So I think I might do damson and apple instead, because the damsons need using. So yeah, I think I'm going to put the stove on tomorrow. I was going to today, but couldn't be bothered and I had loads to do. But yeah, I think that's it from me for today. As you can see in the distance, the sun's going down. Let's see, can you see in the distance the sunshine on the hill at the back? It's just going down, and it's getting on for about 7 o'clock, and the dogs tie me up in a knot. So yeah, I'm tired, I've had enough for one day. So I'm going to sign off, and I will see you again in the next vlog, either tomorrow or the day after. So enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye for now, bye bye.